Amy, are you awake? I'm sorry to be so abrupt, but could you take care of my 3 kids for a week? Well, even if you say you can't, it's already decided. I already left the kids in front of my apartment. What, Melissa? Your text just woke me up. Oh, I'm sorry I woke you up. I wondered what you were up to so early in the morning. And then I looked at your text. You want me to take care of your kids for a week? All 3 of them? There's no way I can accept such a request. That's so out of the blue. I'm not your housekeeper, you know. Well, I was sure you wouldn't like it if I told you up front. Amy, you're a kind person. So if I just left them in front of my apartment, I thought you'd do something about it. What? Don't you feel sorry for the kids? I couldn't help it. My husband got a mental illness and he can't even take care of the kids. He's useless. That doesn't mean you can depend on me. Besides, isn't it your fault that my brother has a mental illness? You acted so selfishly that you cheated on him many times. By the way, where are you going, leaving your kids for a week? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm going abroad, to the Caribbean islands. Leaving your kids behind? Even if your husband can't take care of the kids, why don't you ask your parents or friends or someone else? Why are you asking me? Actually, I'm going to the Caribbean islands with my boyfriend. Huh? Boyfriend? Are you cheating on my brother again? The last time you cheated, my parents and your parents got furious, and they even told you that if you do it again, they would cut ties with you. And I thought you had learned your lesson. Of course I'm not stupid, and I know that if I'm caught again, I'll be in trouble. That's why I'm asking you to do this. Don't tell anyone. It's a promise between women. Huh? I'm not making that promise, and I'm on my brother's side. There's no way I could overlook your cheating trip. Don't worry. If you don't tell them, they won't find out. My husband thinks I'm taking the kids to my parents' place for a week. If you don't want to hurt your beloved brother, I don't think you should tell him the truth, do you? Where are you now? Please, come back right away. I won't take care of your kids. Aren't you worried what's going to happen to them? I'm sorry, but I'm on my way to the airport now and I can't come back because I'll miss my flight. I don't care. Why don't you just cancel your trip? Huh? Why would I do that? I was really looking forward to it. Amy, you have kids close in age, so you're used to raising kids. And since you're not working, you have lots of time on your hands, right? I thought you'd be perfect for the job. My husband is on leave from his job right now. We have 3 kids, so I have to work part-time to make ends meet. I envy you, Amy, a full-time housewife. Well, this week, I took the plunge and took a leave of absence from my part-time job. Huh? I work too. I work from home. I work full-time while raising my kids. I don't have any time to spare at all. What are you talking about? Working from home should be easy. Oh, I envy you with your cushy job. I work part-time and it's hard work. Did you say cushy job? I'm just allowed to work from home, but that doesn't mean it's an easy job. And even if I were a full-time housewife, I would never take care of your kids. I think I would have refused even a single kid, let alone 3 kids. Don't worry. 1 or 3, it won't make any difference. What? There's a big difference. What on earth do you think you're doing? Traveling abroad when you're strapped for cash? Oh, my boyfriend is paying for it, so I'll be fine. I'm worried about my brother. My kids are all quiet, so you can just let them play. They don't have any allergies or anything, so you don't need to worry about that either. Oh, while texting, I arrived at the airport. I'm going to be busy with departure procedures and such, so I won't be able to get back to you anymore. What? I can't take care of them. Aren't you worried about the kids? They're your nephew and nieces. That's true, but I'll return that line word for word to you, Melissa. Aren't you worried about the kids? I'm not worried. I'm sure you'll take good care of them. What? We live in the same neighborhood, so let's get along with each other. You could at least cooperate with us in times like this. How can we get along if you do something like this to me? I mean, I don't think you intend to cooperate with me. Ah, my boyfriend is already waiting for me at the meeting place. I'll text you when I'm back in a week. Take care of the rest. See ya. What? You're kidding. Wait a minute. Are you out of your mind? Leaving your kids alone to travel overseas? That's insane. Hey, check your texts. Melissa, I just came in front of your apartment to check on the kids. All 3 of your kids are gone. What should I do? Why should I handle this matter? Hey, Melissa. Kevin, what should I do?
Amy, what's wrong so early in the morning?
Kevin, calm down and listen to me. Melissa left the kids and disappeared.
Oh, she took the kids to visit her parents' house.
Well, Melissa is lying.
Lying? What do you mean?
Well, she's traveling abroad, and the person she's with is...
She's cheating on me again, isn't she? That's what I thought. So, what did she do with the kids?
She said, I left them in front of the apartment. Take care of them for a week. She pushed the kids onto me. I told her I didn't want to, but she said she'd already arrived at the airport, and I couldn't get in touch with her from there. I was worried about the kids, so I came to the front of the apartment. But the kids were gone. What should I do?
Amy, you're in front of my apartment, right? I'll come down right now. Just wait a minute.
Amy, thank you so much for 1 week. It was so much fun. It went by so fast. It's all thanks to you, Amy. Life without kids is so much easier. I'm coming to pick up the kids today, but I was wondering if I could ask you again next week. I'm thinking of going to stay at my boyfriend's house. I heard his wife is going on a trip next week. He also wants to stay with me. Hi, Melissa. How can you be so carefree? You don't know anything about what's going on right now, do you? Because of you, I've been in real trouble. There's no way there's going to be a next time. You've been in trouble? Well, you took care of the kids after all, didn't you? I'm glad I asked you to take care of them, Amy. Melissa, that's enough. Amy, why are you so angry? You'll get wrinkles if you're that angry. I got it. You're mad at me for leaving the kids out of the blue, right? From now on, I'll tell you in advance. Even now, I'm telling you in advance that I'm asking you again next week, right? Are you happy now? Didn't you rather have a fulfilling week with a bunch of kids to take care of? What? What are you saying? Because a full-time housewife has plenty of free time, right? Thanks to your husband who's earning money for you, all you have to do is stay at home and raise your kids. You must have such a carefree life. If that's the case, then having 3 more kids to take care of should be a stimulating experience for you. Don't you think? I told you I work from home. Working from home doesn't count as work, does it? Aren't you just pretending to work at home and watch TV all the time? Enough is enough. I work just as hard every day from home as I did when I was at work. The company trusts me and allows me to work from home. I cooperate with my husband every day. I manage to balance work, childcare, and housework with my husband. You have no right to say such a thing to me. Besides, How can you say that the full-time housewife is easygoing? My best friend is a full-time housewife. She works hard every day to take care of her children and housework. She and her husband get along well too. Every couple is unique, so I don't think it's anyone else's place to say. Yeah, I'm sorry. You get angry easily. You're my sister-in-law. You should be nicer to me. Well, since you've been taking care of my kids for a week, I'll put up with you. I'm almost at the station. I can pick up the kids in about 15 minutes. You don't have to come. Huh? To be precise, it's no use coming. What do you mean? It means that your kids aren't with us. What do you mean? Where did you take them to? Did you check my texts? I went to check on them in front of your apartment, but they weren't there. I asked you what I should do about it, but no matter how many times I texted you, the text never even got read. I was at a loss, and I contacted Kevin. What? You contacted Kevin? I told you to keep it a secret. It was an emergency. It's only natural to contact Kevin, who is the father. Well, it turned out that Kevin wasn't the father. Huh? What on earth are you talking about? There's no point playing dumb with me. Kevin is known for a while. What? You know the reason why he's so mentally worn out? It's not only because of your affair. Aside from the eldest son, who's your ex-husband's child, the younger twins were also not Kevin's kids. Kevin got devastated when he found that out and eventually became mentally broken. Why do you know that? He said that when the twins were babies, he thought they didn't look much like him. When the twins grew up, they still didn't look like him. He wondered why. And then he also found out that you had an affair with several men. For the first time, he thought that the twins might not be his. Oh no! Through DNA testing, he found out that they were not his kids after all. If that was the case, why did he say anything to me? Because he is a kind man and he loved his 3 kids. Even though the kids are not related to him by blood, Kevin is still the parent who raised them. He didn't want to leave the kids by confronting the fact with you. By the way, Melissa, aren't you worried about your kids? What? So far, all you care about is that your lie was exposed. You never ask me how the kids are doing. Oh yeah, where are my kids now? They're in an orphanage. What? That's a lie. How could that be? We searched hard for the kids, but we couldn't find them. We were at our wits' end when the orphanage contacted Kevin. Apparently, one of the staff members ran into the kids. The kids were walking late at night without adult supervision. The 2 younger ones were crying and screaming, and that's how they found them. I told them to stay in front of the apartment. They're just little kids. They're not old enough to listen to you. Apparently, they thought they were just playing around in the neighborhood, but they'd lost track of the apartment. They were looking for it so hard that they ended up in a different town. Well, I'm glad you found them. They're still at the orphanage, right? Tell me where it is. I'll come get them. That won't be necessary. What? What do you mean? The fact that you left your kids alone and went abroad for a week, the orphanage is aware of the problem. In fact, you usually leave housework and childcare to your mentally ill husband. Kevin told me you did almost nothing. When Kevin was not able to take care of the kids due to his condition, you fed the kids only frozen food, right? Kevin happened to find frozen food packaging thrown in the trash can, and he said he was surprised. The orphanage decided to take the kids into care. Kevin said he thought about divorcing you and taking the 3 kids. But he said that he's not in perfect health at the moment and that it might make the kids anxious. So he decided to concentrate on his medical treatment now and get well. He'll pick up the kids after he returns to work. What? A divorce? You're kidding! I'm not kidding. Because of you, Kevin is suffering from mental illness. I'm sure it was really painful for him to find out that you cheated on him and that the kids were not his. I mean, I can't help but wonder why you think he won't divorce you. Kevin is finally trying to focus on his treatment with a positive attitude. Please, let him go. Well, even if that's the case, why is my husband taking care of the kids? My husband is not their real father. Then shouldn't I, the mother, take care of them? How can you say that after neglecting to raise them until now? The orphanage has decided that it's not safe to return the kids to you, so that's not going to happen. When Kevin gets well enough, he will go through the process, and the kids will officially become Kevin's kids. Of course, I intend to cooperate. Also, the orphanage has been in contact with your parents, so your parents know what happened. They said, "That's no daughter of ours. We're cutting ties with her." No way! This is not how I imagined it. You always listened to me. I trusted you to take care of my kids without complaint. I trusted you. Because you were a pain in the ass, Melissa, I didn't want anything to do with you. That's why I always listened to you and ended the conversation as soon as possible. What? Besides, you didn't leave your kids with me. What are you mistaken about? What? What are you talking about? I did contact you. Yes, I got your text. But the truth is, you left the kids alone. And when I went to check on them, they were gone. So you didn't actually leave your kids with me. That's... You know what? You've been blaming me all along. But we're sisters-in-law. Wouldn't you be sad if your beloved brother and I got divorced? Your brother will have a history of divorce. Would you still be okay with that? Yes, I hope for that. As long as my brother can get rid of someone like you, I don't care about a history of divorce. I know that Kevin should divorce an insensitive person like you as soon as possible. And I'm happy that the kids are now away from you. What? An insensitive person? Yes, I'm talking about you, Melissa. Don't get carried away, Amy. I can't stand it when you talk to me like that. You boring and timid brat. I will never forgive you. I don't need your forgiveness. Besides, boring or not, it doesn't matter now. Don't judge me by my looks. I've always had this kind of personality. Ugh! You deceived me! That's not a very nice thing to say. I will never forgive you for betraying my brother. I don't need your forgiveness either. If Kevin is divorcing me, then I'll tear you and your husband apart as well. You can never do that. I have already told my husband about all of this. He is also very angry with you. Kevin and my husband are good friends. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh yes, my aunt is a lawyer. If anything should happen to me, I will ask my aunt for help right away. Oh. Kevin already asked my aunt for help. He's already made arrangements for the divorce. What? You're lying! I'm not lying. I'm going to be there for Kevin. I'll make sure that he can receive alimony and child support. No way! I only work part-time! What are you talking about? You said it yourself. You said that part-time was hard work, and you envied me for working so comfortably. I make $3,000 a month in take-home pay, and you made fun of me. So you must be making at least $4,000 a month, right? Then you can pay for alimony and child support, can't you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made fun of your job. I had no idea you were making that much money. I'm also sorry for forcing you to take care of my kids. Please don't claim for money through a lawyer. I can't pay alimony or child support. I will not cheat on my husband from now on, and I will have a change of mindset. You need to convince Kevin to reconsider the divorce. I told you before, didn't I? I'm on his side. I'm going to help him get a divorce on the best terms possible. I'll do whatever I can to help. No way! I have no intention of listening to you. Also, I have no intention of communicating with you on text any longer. I will have you communicate with my lawyer from now on. Now, I will leave you with this. Melissa, I don't think we will ever see each other again. I know you will have a hard time on your own from now on, but hang in there. Goodbye. I blocked Melissa so that I will never have to communicate with her again. As for the text messages between Melissa and I gave them to Kevin and my aunt, who is the lawyer, as evidence. I left further communication with Melissa to my aunt. Here is what Kevin and my aunt told me. Kevin and Melissa got divorced without any trouble. Thanks to my aunt, Kevin was able to claim alimony and child support as requested. Melissa was left penniless and evicted from her home. Since she had been cut off from her parents, she had nowhere to go. No one knows how she is doing now. Kevin is currently undergoing treatment. He is doing his best in the treatment and looking forward to legally registering the kids as his own children. Recently, he has regained a healthy complexion. He has decided to go back to work, but only for reduced hours for now. It may be only a matter of time before the kids return to Kevin. My husband and I love Kevin and his 3 kids, so we will cooperate as much as we can. We will continue to support each other as a family. Eric, what are you going to do for dinner tonight? Are you eating at your parents' house? Or are you coming home? I'll prepare something if you're coming home.
Miley, I'm sorry for texting you so late. My mom told me to have dinner here. So I'll eat at my parents'.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just make something we have at home.
Yeah, I won't be home late. I'm sorry. I know it's our date night, and I know it's been a while.
No worries. Your mother needed you. We can do date night another time. So, what was it about?
Nothing much. She wanted to redecorate her room. She didn't want to do the heavy lifting, so she asked me to do it.
Oh, I see.
That's not the only reason she called me, though. She wants me to go on a trip with her.
Okay.
I know you don't want to go, but can you come with me this time?
I'm not really feeling up for it. I'm sure she just wants you to go. The last time you two went on a trip, I ended up staying here anyway. So I don't think I should go with you.
She asked me to ask you to come with us.
What? She did?
Yeah. I think she wants to do something nice for you. She probably feels bad about how she was treating you before.
I don't think so.
Come on, she's a human being too. She wants to get along with you, so give it a chance and come with us.
I've been bullied by her multiple times. I've been verbally abused by her too, so I find it hard to believe that she genuinely wants to reconcile. Remember how many times I've shared my struggles with you? I went through hell with it, but you never did anything. I went through hell dealing with her behavior, and it felt like torture when she visited frequently. I couldn't even sleep. Given all this, I simply can't trust anything she says. Even if she's sincere now, I don't think I'm ready to make amends with her.
Miley, please. I'm her only son, you know. To her, I'll always be her little boy, and she just can't help but dote on me. I guess I've never really grown up in her eyes. But now, she's finally making an effort to change. Please, can't you see that?
Don't make it sound so easy. How many times has your mother mocked me for not having a college degree? It's a shame for your family that an uneducated woman like me is marrying you. She even suggested I divorce you immediately. Can you believe it?
I'm really sorry about that. But I believe going on a trip could be a chance for you and Mom to make up. Can you think about it?
Make up? I'm not fighting with your mother. She's just unilaterally picking on me.
Well, maybe, but you don't want to keep things like this with her forever, right? I want you two to get along. Miley, please, do it for me. I want you to come with me, please.
That's how you feel, right? What about my feelings?
It's not that I haven't thought about it, but I believe you can get along well with Mom. However, Mom is getting older and I don't think she can easily reach out herself. So I want you to be the one to reach out to Mom. You're kind and good dealing with people, right? So please, I'm counting on you.
If you're that insistent. However, if I'm not pleased with how things go this time, I won't ever let you ask me for a favor like this again for the rest of my life.
Thank you. Of course. If by any chance this time my mom acts rudely or says something disrespectful to you again, you don't have to deal with her ever again.
That's a promise.
Yay, thank you. I have one more favor to ask.
What is it?
It's about the travel expenses. She asked me to cover them.
Huh? Why?
She said I make good money, so she asked if I could cover the expenses.
And you just said yes? It might feel good for you to be like that with your parents, but I'm the one who always ends up paying for everything, right? Or are you going to pay this time?
I'm sorry. I don't make much money. I'm just trying to do nice things for my mom.
If that's the case, I'd love to take my parents on a trip too. You don't have money for it, but here you are making plans with your mother.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps your mother doesn't really want me to go, but you're asking me to come along because you can't pay for it yourself, right?
That's not true. Absolutely not.
How can you say that?
Because Mom thinks I'm going to pay for it.
Huh? Wait, so you haven't informed her that I've been covering the mortgage payments?
Yeah, I should tell her, huh? I just don't want her to know that I'm making less than you. They think I'm making good money because we live in a nice place. So I guess she thought I could pay for the trip.
It might have been tough to find the right moment before, but why didn't you mention it when she asked you to foot the bill for this trip?
I mean...
You didn't want to tell them about it.
Okay, I'll tell them now.
Whatever. I don't blame you for wanting to do nice things for your mother. I'm just a little disappointed.
I'm sorry. I just think it's too awkward to tell her now. I promise. I'll tell her the next time we talk about money, so please forgive me.
I'm not mad at you. Whatever. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. You have work tomorrow, so don't stay up too late.
Okay, thank you.
I guess I have to pay for the trip, but please try to keep it budget-friendly, all right?
Of course I will. I can tell Mom you're coming too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Miley. Good evening.
Good evening, Lauren. It's been a while.
You heard about the trip from Eric, right?
Yes, I heard.
I'm sorry I've been too hard on you. I'm sorry for everything.
Laura.
I know you've been working hard. Telling you the house is a mess or the food you cook isn't good. It was rude, and I've said too much. Please forgive me. Of course, I don't expect you to forgive me right away, but I'm hoping this trip will help bring us closer. Let's enjoy each other's company.
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that's how you feel about me. I want you to enjoy this trip too.
Oh, you're so nice. I want to do something nice for you. You want to go get a massage before our flight?
A massage?
Yeah. My friend runs a spa massage salon. I booked afternoon flights, so I think we can go in the morning. Since we're going to Mexico and we're going to be wearing bathing suit, I want to look as good as possible before that. Don't you?
That's true.
Right? I'll pay for our treatment. Accept it as my peace offering.
Thank you so much. Then, by all means, please.
Really? Good. I'll let you know the details later.
Yeah, thank you.
Miley, what are you doing? The gates are about to close. Are you still at the spa? What on earth are you doing? You'll be late if you don't check in already. Miley, Eric has been calling you too. Where are you?
Laura, did you trick me? You told me the flight was at 2:30 p.m. So you said we had plenty of time if we left the spa by 12 p.m. You also mentioned that you had our flight tickets. I had no option to check it since it's your email address. Was this all a setup? Did you never intend for me to join you in the first place?
Oh, so you finally caught on? You're a bit slow, huh? You fell for my lousy acting so easily. It's hilarious. You don't need to come anymore. You're just an outsider, so stay home and mind your own business. Were you shocked? Too bad for you. Sorry, but you missed the check-in time, so there's no point in rushing over now. This trip is just for the family. You're better off staying home alone.
Really? Thank you.
What?
Honestly, I never wanted to go on that trip in the first place. So I'm actually relieved that I don't have to waste my money on it.
What are you even talking about?
I mean, I'm not about to fork out cash for a trip I never wanted to go on in the first place. It's just absurd.
What's with the attitude? Acting all high and mighty? You're talking like you were going to pay for it yourself. Eric is covering all the travel expenses, you know. He's such a sweetheart, taking care of everything. But when it comes to covering your expenses, it would have cost a fortune. So I didn't even book anything for you from the start.
All right, I get it now. Since I'm not going with you two, and your attitude just sealed the deal, I won't be paying for anything at all. You'll have to take care of your own travel expenses.
What are you talking about? Even though you're married to my son, the way you talk about the money he earns, as if it's your own, seriously pisses me off.
The money he earns?
What?
Eric wanted to hide the fact that he earns less than me. I'm sure he hasn't told you yet. I was going to pay for this whole trip. Not only that, I'm also paying our mortgage. I'm basically paying for everything.
You can't be serious. I didn't know you made that much money.
It's a lie.
My son called me and told me he booked a 5-star hotel.
Eric makes the reservations, but I'm the one who pays the bill. I agreed to cover everything. I even asked him to keep costs down, but it seems like he's taking advantage. I'm canceling my card, so you'll have to handle your own expenses when you arrive.
What? There's no way we can pay for that.
Well, you didn't want me to go, so there's nothing I can do.
Fine. I'll have Eric pay for it. You're such a terrible wife. Just leave and divorce my son already. I'll even give him some tips on how to get rid of you.
Do as you please. Honestly, I've been feeling a certain type of way about your son for a while now. This situation is just making things clearer.
Oh, really? You're surprisingly understanding.
Eric knows exactly how you've been treating me, but he doesn't lift a finger to do anything about it.
Isn't it obvious? I'm his mother. Of course he loves me. I'm sure if he were forced to choose between me and you, he'd pick me without a second thought.
I see.
That's right. Maybe it's time for you to start preparing for the divorce. Since you two don't even have kids yet, why not find a new partner and start a family with them? Personally, I'd be happier with Eric remarrying a younger, more compliant wife than having grandchildren from someone like you. My son is too good for you. You're better off with some low-life guy. Leave him alone. Miley, can you head this way now? I need your help. I'm really sorry about what Mom did. I'll make sure she apologizes too.
Before you hopped on the plane, your mom called. She didn't sound too apologetic to me. She also mentioned something about divorce too.
What? Divorce? I'm no good without you. There's no way I'm getting a divorce.
You really think it's your mother's fault?
Of course, it's all her fault.
Then why did you leave me? You knew I didn't want to go on the trip, so you should have considered canceling the trip.
Well, I thought it would have been a waste of money. Besides, I'd be worried if it was just my parents.
I already knew you were on your mother's side at that point.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I just assumed you'd still make it, even if it was just a bit late.
Given what your mother said to me, it's no surprise I didn't want to go. Plus, there weren't many flights available. So if I missed that one, finding another one on short notice would have been tough.
Then, how about the hotel payment?
Your mother said it's okay, because she'll have you pay for it.
Huh? I can't pay for a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, I specifically asked you to keep the budget low, didn't I? But then you went ahead and booked a 5-star hotel, trying to take advantage of me paying for everything.
That was definitely my bad.
Since I didn't go on the trip, I'll be expecting reimbursement for the plane ticket as well.
What? You're kidding, right?
I don't have time for that. If you addressed all the bullying that your mother did to me and be there for me to support me instead of leaving me behind, I would have paid for the trip this time. Your mother did some unforgivable things, but so did you, Eric.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But can you at least do something about the hotel bill? I'm too scared to stay in a foreign country without a place to stay.
Then why don't you ask your father to do something about it?
Dad just found out about what Mom has been doing to you. He's furious at me. But he doesn't have that kind of money either.
Why don't you take some responsibility for it yourself, even just a little? You've been aware of the situation. When Laura used to come over almost every day, I kept urging you to address it with her. But you never took any action. If I hadn't confronted your mother, I doubt she would have stopped coming.
I mean, I can't just tell my mom not to come over, right? You may not like my mom, but she's my only mother.
Oh, so you're just going to ignore your wife's feelings? I see. You're siding with your mother as usual. Well, this trip might be a good chance for us to have some space for a while.
What? Stop talking crazy.
I'm serious. I'm the one paying for the mortgage. You should be the one to leave.
You're not serious, right?
I need some space to think carefully about the future.
What do you mean by that?
You already know, regarding the divorce.
Okay, I'm sorry. Stop talking about that. I need you.
I used to love you, you know, but that feeling has faded away. I've made it clear that I want nothing to do with your mother. Yet here you are, making plans without even consulting me. And look at the mess that ensued. I was harassed and left alone. And now you have the nerve to suggest I come anyway, even if I'm late.
It was my fault. You don't have to deal with Mom ever again. I'll cut ties with my mom after the trip too, so I don't want a divorce.
Anyway, I just want to be alone and think things over. Miley, I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me. What? Laura? Yes, I took the phone from Eric. I'm texting you from his phone. I really want to apologize to you, Miley. Is that because you can't pay the hotel bill? That's part of it. But after what I heard from Eric, I realized that what you told me was true. I never considered that Eric wasn't making enough money. I'm really sorry for being harsh with you. You judge people based on their income? That's absurd. I'm truly sorry. My husband said he couldn't believe I was giving you a hard time. He feels disappointed. Just now, Eric even mentioned about cutting me off. That is what you get for all the things that you did to me. You deserve it. Please, forgive me. I'm really sorry. Ah, nice attempt. You pulled the same stunt before our trip and left me hanging. You really think I'm gonna buy into that again? I swear, this time it's for real. Just trust me on this. I'll make sure to pay you back for the plane ticket no matter what it takes. But I don't have the money to pay you now. Could you cover the hotel expenses for now? Would it be possible for you to come over and handle the payment? No chance. It's peak holiday season. Most flights are booked. But even if they weren't, I wouldn't go. No. You told me to stay at home, remember? I'll be here, keeping quiet, just like you wanted. What about us? My father-in-law apparently knows a bit of basic Spanish. He went to the hotel staff and apologized, arranged to postpone the hotel payment. He borrowed some money and settled the bill. When my husband came back, he was on his knees, practically begging for forgiveness. He swore up and down that his mom wouldn't bother us anymore, and he'd cut ties with her for good. I decided not to kick him out, but I made it crystal clear that one wrong move and he's out the door. Since then, he's been pitching in more around the house, which is a huge relief. He's also apologized for the money stress he put me through, and is dead set on getting that promotion at work. My father-in-law has apologized to me for his wife. Even my father-in-law had a word with his wife, warning her that if she causes any more trouble, he's out. So far, Laura's been surprisingly quiet. Eric's still got some work to do, but I'm giving him a chance to shape up. I'm just glad I don't have to deal with Laura's drama anymore. Here's hoping for a drama-free life with my husband from now on. Mark, are you gonna be home late again? Are you working late again? Hey, Mark, answer me.
What do you want? Yes, I'm working late again. I told you multiple times to stop bothering me when I'm at work.
I'm sorry, I'm just worried about you.
Worried about what?
I mean, you've been working overtime almost every day the past couple of days. You used to come straight home after work. I'm just worried about your health.
I can't do anything about it. I've been transferred to a busy department.
But...
You know what? I appreciate you worrying about my health, but it's annoying when you keep calling me while I'm at work. It's bothering me.
Mark...
I'll probably be home around midnight. Go ahead and have dinner and go to sleep.
Okay.
Haley, before you ask me anything, I'm working late again today, so don't bother waiting for me.
Again?
Yeah, I might have to stay the night at the office.
Are you really that busy?
I've been assigned to be the project leader in a new department. I need this project to be a success. Everyone in my department is working hard. I don't think I'll be able to come home for a while.
I see.
Yeah, so don't bother checking in on me. I'm in charge and I need to be there for my team.
I understand.
If everything goes well, I may get promoted. I'll earn more money if I do. That's better for us, right? If I get a raise, it'll make our life easier.
I guess.
What's the matter? You got something to say?
I'm just a bit sad, but I know you're working hard for us. I'll support you. Mark, where are you? I got into an accident. I was rushed to the ER and I'm still in the hospital. The hospital tried to contact you, but they said they couldn't reach you at all. They also tried calling your office, but they said they can't contact you either. They ended up calling my parents, so my mother is here with me right now. I'm okay, but I broke my leg and I need to have an operation. I'll explain the details later. The doctor said he wants you to come here. So, can you come once you see my messages? I need you here. I'm at St. John's Hospital. I'll wait for your call.
Haley, I just saw your messages.
Mark, finally! Where the hell are you? Can you come to the hospital?
You never listen to me, huh?
What?
I just told you not to bother me when I'm working. The day isn't even over yet. Stop bothering me.
What the hell, Mark? Haven't you read my messages? I was in a car accident.
I know, and you survived.
Huh?
You're alive and you seem well, so why do I need to go? Also, your mother is with you, right? Don't make a big deal over a broken leg.
That's terrible. Aren't you worried about me?
Me worrying isn't gonna help you recover.
They said I might be in the wheelchair for a while.
So what?
What?
I'm busy with work. You're still going to be there for a while, right? I'll come visit when I'm done with my project.
No, I'm gonna go through the surgery tomorrow. I need you to be here to talk to the doctors.
What? Tomorrow? I can't. I have to go on an important business trip. I have to leave tonight.
Tonight? Why so soon? Can't you get somebody else to go for you? Or can you at least go on a different day?
That's gonna cause trouble for my client and my coworkers.
But your wife got into an accident and is going to have a surgery. I'm sure they'll understand.
That's impossible. Don't push it. Do you really want to get in the way of my job that bad? I am responsible for this project. What if this fails because of your selfishness? Are you gonna take responsibility?
That's too much.
I'm prioritizing work than anything else right now. Don't be dramatic. You didn't die, you just broke a leg. You don't work, so I know you won't understand how hard it is to work.
Of course I know it's not easy for you. But I have my surgery tomorrow. I might not be able to walk. Can you at least be here for me this time?
Don't be a baby. It's not my fault you got into an accident.
What?
You were probably zoning out. That's why you got into an accident. You don't train yourself enough. That's why you broke your legs easily. I mean, it's all your fault. Don't drag me into your bullshit.
Why are you being so mean? I didn't want anything for this to happen. I was walking and a truck hit me. It happened out of nowhere.
I see. Then you should blame yourself for having a bad luck.
Ah, that's enough.
What's with the attitude?
Mark, I know you're working, so I don't need a reply. I just want to inform you that the surgery went well. Also, I have to ask you something. You said you were going on a business trip. It was a lie, huh? My mother told me everything. We need to talk about that. I don't mind after you finish everything with your work.
Hey, Haley. What was that message about? What are you talking about?
Aren't you working right now? Are you sure you want to be on your phone texting me right now?
Yeah, I'm in the cab right now. Anyway, how did you find out I was lying about my business trip?
It's not a business trip. You're on a trip having an affair, right?
Huh?
I know you've been having an affair for a while now. And it was with my sister.
How did you know about that?
My mother knew about it. She's single and she lives with her. And she's happy about stealing you away from me. She'd get on the phone with you in front of our mother, right?
Seriously?
Mom was planning on telling me about it for a while now. But she's been hesitating. Then, when the hospital called her after the accident, she found out that you've been using work as an excuse, so you won't have to come to the hospital. Mom got so mad about that, and she told me everything.
I see. She knew this whole time, huh?
You were with my sister when the hospital called you, right? Your office said you were on your paid vacation. What was that about? It's absurd, right? You keep saying you were busy with work. Come to find out that you're out somewhere on a vacation with your lover?
All right, that's it. You're right. I'm dating Claire. We've been talking about this trip, and we managed to line up our work schedule. I can't just cancel it for your surgery.
You're not even gonna deny it.
I don't have a choice. I fell for someone else, which happens to be your sister. And unlike you, Claire is beautiful and stylish. If there's somebody like her around my wife, as a man, I wouldn't be able not to look at her.
Wow.
So, how long are you going to stay in the hospital?
About 3 months.
Oh, I wish you could stay longer.
What do you mean?
If you're away, I have a lot of chance to spend time with Claire. I don't have to worry about you bothering us.
What the hell?
You can stay there for the rest of your life. I'm going to stay in our place and have Claire move in. You're going to be paralyzed anyway. Why don't you just stay in the hospital?
You two can never come back. You okay with that?
Huh?
I have a checkup. I'll talk to you later.
Haley, what do you mean we can't come back? Whatever. You can't do anything anyway. I'll enjoy my trip with Claire for another week. Hey, Haley. Please, answer. It's important.
Oh, hey, what's wrong? Why are you freaking out? I thought you're enjoying your trip with my sister.
I just got back from our trip. Why is the room empty? All the furniture and appliances are gone. Did somebody break into our place? What's going on?
Oh, I hired somebody to move all my stuff out of there.
Huh? You had them move?
Yeah.
Where?
What do you mean, where? Of course, to my new place.
Huh? And you didn't inform me?
Is it necessary? You were on a trip having an affair.
Wait a minute. Why would you do such thing?
I'm injured and I'm gonna be in a wheelchair for a while. So I've decided to move to a handicapped accessible apartment.
What? Why would you move out without consulting me?
Consult you? You didn't even come to see me. So how can I tell you about it?
I see. Well, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. I don't want to live in a barrier-free apartment. I'll live with Claire in this apartment.
Huh? What are you talking about? The lease is up for that place at the end of this month.
Huh?
So you have to pack all your things and move out before the month ends. All the furniture and appliances are the ones I was using before we got married. It's mine, so I'm taking them with me.
Wait, end of this month? That's like a few days away. Also, why would you cancel the lease without telling me? What the hell were you thinking?
I've been living in that apartment since I was single. It was also under my name, remember? So why would you care if I cancel it?
But we're married. You can't just do that without telling your family.
Family? You're joking, right? When I got into an accident, you didn't even rush to come see me. And on top of that, you were on a trip having an affair with my sister while I was going through surgery.
Tell me, where is your new place? Me and Claire are moving in with you.
Are you stupid? You're going to let your wife and your lover live together?
I have no choice. I'm getting kicked out of this apartment. I don't have a place to live. Claire can't go back to your parents' house after they found out about the affair.
Stop acting like a brat.
Huh?
I don't want to live in the same roof with assholes like you too. Find a place to live on your own.
But you're in a wheelchair. You're gonna need someone to help you, right?
Don't worry about me. I got my mom who's gonna be there for me. She helped me out with everything, even with moving out my stuff. Unlike someone else, she didn't abandon me because of their work.
I mean...
Once you've processed everything, sign the divorce papers. Of course, I'll claim compensation from both you and my sister.
Haley, calm down. Let's talk about it once you're out of the hospital.
What is there to talk about? I don't want to be with you.
No.
You'll hear from my lawyer soon. Bye.
Haley. Haley, I need to talk to you.
What the hell? I'm in the hospital. Stop blowing up my phone.
You told the company about us, huh?
What?
I came to work after my trip. My boss called me in. They found out I'm dating Claire.
Oh, really?
Don't play dumb with me. I got fired for that. What are you going to do about it?
I didn't snitch on you. They found out about it.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let me tell you the reason I got into an accident. I was trying to save someone, and it turns out it was the wife of the president of your company.
What?
When I saw the truck driving toward the sidewalk, I noticed the old lady walking on the side of the road, so I rushed to save her, and I got ran over instead. The president of the company and his wife came to visit me the other day. They were checking in on me. He was thanking me for saving his wife's life. He said if it wasn't for me, his wife would have been injured. He gave me his card, and that's when I found out that he was the president of your company.
What the?
He was astounded. He said the reason you requested time off is because you're going on a trip with your family.
Oh.
So he went around and asked your boss and coworkers. And I found out a lot of things.
What?
He told me that you were lying about being the project leader. You were pretending that you were busy with work, but you were just saying that to meet up with my sister.
That's...
He was mad when he found out about that. He said he can't have someone like you working for his company. Oh, and also, one of your coworkers saw you at some hotel with my sister during work hours.
Seriously?
A scumbag employee like you deserves to get fired immediately. You should give up and better start looking for a new job.
I'm sorry.
Huh? It's too late to apologize.
I'm sorry I cheated on you with Claire. She's just too attractive. I was tempted.
You couldn't control yourself and had an affair. You didn't even come to see me after what happened to me. Not even once. And you think I'm gonna be okay just because you couldn't control yourself?
I told you I'm sorry. I'll end things with Claire and go back to you. I'll take care of you two since you can't walk. I want you to move on from what happened and cancel the divorce.
What are you talking about? You should have known this was coming. Take accountability for your actions.
Listen, I lost my job and I have nowhere to go, and I can't afford to pay you compensation.
You got what you deserved.
Please, forget about the divorce. Or at least talk to the president of the company. Convince him to retract the termination.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why not?
When he went around the office and asked about you, your boss and coworkers said you were a lousy worker. You can't do your job right, always late for work, and you have a bad attitude. I thought you were a project leader. Even if they didn't find out about your affair, they were probably going to get rid of you.
No way. I thought I was doing a good job.
Too bad, huh?
I can't divorce you. I'll apologize as many times as you want. I'll do anything. Please, forgive me. I'm begging you.
Really?
I swear on my life.
Then divorce me.
Not that.
Worry about finding a new place to live.
What?
After you leave that apartment, you might crash at your parents' house. But after all you did, they wouldn't let you in.
Huh? What do you mean?
Your parents told me they're cutting ties with you.
What the hell? Did you tell them about the affair?
I never said anything. After they heard what happened to me, they both came to see me. And then they ran into my mom. She told them everything. Your parents were disappointed. They weren't expecting their son to be such a scumbag.
Hold on. Why do you have to go that far? What am I supposed to do now?
Figure it on your own.
You're abandoning me?
You're the one who abandoned me first. I don't have anything to say to you anymore. I'll end this.
Wait, we're not done talking. Do you not care about me?
Hell no. I'll block you now.
Haley, I'm begging you.
Goodbye. Mark kept begging me not to leave him. But thanks to my excellent lawyer, the divorce was finalized. I was able to get compensation from Mark and Claire. After that, they both decided to get married. They managed to find a shitty, cheap apartment to live. However, Mark couldn't find a job, and Claire got fed up with it. Soon after, they broke up. Mark could no longer afford the rent. He ended up homeless and is now sleeping in the streets. I heard from one of his ex-coworkers. He got skinny and had grown his hair and beard. He completely looked different. Claire's workplace also found out about the affair, and it made her feel uncomfortable to be there. She quit her job, and now she had no choice but to work random jobs. I feel sorry for both of them, but they had it coming. After getting out of the hospital, I was in a wheelchair. But after all the physical therapy, I'm finally able to walk. I went back to work without any problems. I can't thank my mother enough for supporting me. When I fully recover, I would like to take my mother on a trip to show my appreciation. How dare you deceive my brother? I would rather die than have a person like you as my sister-in-law. Just hurry up and break up with him already. Huh? I hear you're getting married soon. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. If you think you're going to be happy like this, you're wrong. I know the truth. You backstabbing piece of trash. You've been texting me a lot. Who are you? Shut up! If you don't want your wedding to be ruined, just bow out quietly. From what you're saying, you're calling my fiancé your brother. Yes, he is. He's my sweet, sweet brother. That's not possible. First of all, could you tell me your name? It says Mel, but that's not your real name, is it? Don't change the subject. No, I mean, as long as you get out of the way, everything will be fine. Just do my brother and me a favor and get out of our lives. Chase, what should I do? I got that text again today.
Oh, again?
I wonder who it is. She's still telling me to break up with her brother and that I deceived him.
This is the 5th day in a row.
She probably thinks I'm someone else. It's been going on so long, it's starting to freak me out.
Skylar, are you okay? Even if it's a mistake, it's a real pain in the neck.
Well, it's not like there's any real physical harm done, so it's still fine. She's not listening to me at all. She won't even tell me her name.
That person thinks I'm her brother, right? I checked with my parents just to make sure, and they said I'm still the only child they have. I mean, they were wondering why I would ask that.
Yeah, of course they would. At least, if the name was displayed properly, it might have given me a clue.
Didn't you say it says Mel?
Yep. I was thinking that if Mel is a nickname, then the name is Melody, right? Does that ring a bell?
Well, I don't know anyone named Melody.
Come to think of it, no one with that name has contacted you, have they?
Yeah, I thought that was weird too. Why haven't they contacted me at all? The person claiming to be my sister is telling you not to marry me because you deceived me, right? If that's the case, they'd have to leak it directly to me to get the story straight.
That's right. Why is she only contacting me?
Maybe she doesn't have my contact info?
That's strange too. If you're siblings, she should at least have your contact information.
Speaking of which, what am I supposed to have been fooled by?
I'm not clear on that either. She just keeps repeating her own argument and won't answer any questions.
Well, I hope the wedding goes off without any problems. I guess I'd better contact the wedding hall just in case.
I guess so. There's only a week left until the wedding day. Hopefully, we can get this sorted out by then. But we don't know who it is, so it's going to be difficult. I'll let the wedding hall know what's going on just in case.
I can't imagine even someone like that would just show up. But from what you said, she sounds like she could be trouble. We'd better be on our guard.
You scammer! You're still going to marry my brother after you've been warned so much. You're sitting around laughing, and you didn't even know I was here. Your happy face makes me want to vomit. Well, you better laugh while you still can. I'm gonna ruin your wedding to my adorable brother.
Skylar, are you okay? What was that all about earlier? Just as I thought, a strange woman suddenly barged into the venue. She kicked over the wedding cake and ran away as fast as she could.
I really thought my heart was going to stop. My wedding dress was covered in cake, but thank goodness it was before I changed. I'm in the changing room right now.
I see. I wish I could get over to you now. Sorry. It's just that the whole place is kind of a mess right now, and I'm kind of in the middle of dealing with it.
I'm fine. My mom's here for me.
Yeah. We don't know where the woman who did this is. Just stay in the waiting room and wait for me. I'm gonna go talk to the ceremony people. I've got to find the person who did this.
I'm so sorry for all of this.
That's okay. I should have been more careful. I never thought you'd get tangled up in this. She sent you a text saying she'd ruined the wedding, didn't she?
I was too busy getting ready and didn't have time to look at my phone.
The wedding will definitely go on, no question about it. I'm not about to let some mystery woman have her way with us.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's a success. No doubt about it. Serves you right. Seeing the bride covered in wedding cake is hilarious. You with cream all over your face, standing there like a deer in headlights. That dumbfounded expression. I should have taken a picture. Well, now, the only option is to cancel the wedding, right? And then, soon after, I'll explain to my brother, who will be so moved to see me again, just what a terrible woman you are. It's all downhill from there. Engagement broken. I'm loving this. It's the perfect ending for a woman who betrayed my adorable brother. Can I ask you something? What? I'm wondering where you got my contact info from. Yeah, about that. I'll tell you. It was a successful operation. I heard a rumor my brother was getting married. I asked around to see who it was. I followed a friend of a friend, and that led me to you. I asked someone who had your contact information. I asked him, telling him that I had to get some urgent information to you, and he gave it to me. I also got the date, time, and place of the wedding and everything. I see. You got it by hook or crook. Now, one more thing. Can you tell me your real name? Mel is a nickname or something, right? Oh, my name is Melody. Melody, I see. That's why you chose Mel. So, once again, Melody, you deliberately knocked over the wedding cake and stained my dress. What on earth are you doing? Of course, it was to stop your wedding. I don't understand why I have to have my wedding ceremony interrupted by someone I don't know. I don't understand. I've told you repeatedly, I can't forgive you for betraying my little brother. In order to protect him, I wanted to stop the wedding at all costs. Well, sooner or later, my brother will see what you really are. I'm sure he will thank me. And now, I've successfully ruined your wedding. So anyway, I'm going home for the day. Bye! Chase, it looks like that woman's name is Melody.
Oh, you were able to get her real name? So her name is Melody. Melody, I think.
Do you have any idea who it is?
Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I knew someone with that name a long time ago. Sorry, I'll check it out and text you back. Skylar, I found out who Melody is.
Huh? Really?
I'll tell you the details later. First of all, we have to continue with the wedding.
Right. We've got guests waiting.
I think she'll probably get caught soon. Mom said she's going to find out Melody's parents' contact information.
Oh, so the parents know each other?
Yeah, that's right. They haven't been in contact for a while now. I'm sure we can work something out. By the way, Skylar, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I fixed my makeup. I'm all dressed up.
I see. Well then, let's head back to the wedding hall right away.
Wait a minute. What's this about the wedding not being cancelled? I mean, your dress was covered in cake. Don't tell me you continued the ceremony with a dirty dress. Of course not. I changed my dress. It was a blessing in disguise. I was supposed to change after cutting the cake. If they had done it after the dress change, the ceremony would have been cancelled. Oh, so there was a dress change. Too bad, huh? Well, you have no way of knowing how the ceremony is going to go. It's a shame. I thought I could have ruined the ceremony for you. Well, I'll make sure my brother and you break up. Even if you get married, it won't change the fact that you betrayed my brother. If I confront him with proof of your betrayal, my brother will break off the engagement immediately. So, I'm tired of hearing this over and over again. When did I betray Chase, and what's my deception? Huh? You still don't get it? Yes, I seriously don't know because I have nothing to hide from him. What? You really don't know? I don't know what's going on. Please explain it to me. You're cheating on him, aren't you? Huh? Cheating? Don't play dumb with me. I know everything. I hired a professional agency to check up on you for my brother. I found out that you are living together with a guy named Steve in an apartment. A detective agency? You spent a lot of money to find out? That's right. It's for the sake of my beloved brother. I'd pay anything to know the truth. You spent a lot of money on such a trivial thing. Huh? Steve, who lives with us, is my brother. What? Your brother? That apartment is my parents' place. My parents, my brother, and I live there. My parents enjoy traveling and often go abroad together. Perhaps it was during one of their trips that the agency saw my brother. Since my brother and I were the only ones going in and out of the apartment, did they mistake us as living together? No way! I can't believe you're brother and sister. By the way, I don't live in that apartment anymore. I just got married to Chase and moved into a new apartment. Oh my God! You said you had a detective agency check it out. They did a very poor job of investigating. But, even if the affair was a mistake, I'm against the marriage. Why? Because having a presumptuous woman like you as my sister-in-law, I just don't like it. You know what? As I told you before, Chase, the groom, has no sister. So I will not become a sister-in-law to you. Huh? Are you still saying that? You took my sweet little brother away from me. The groom is an only child. Huh? We checked with his parents. It's a lie! 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 Isn't it strange that you are brother and sister and you don't even know each other's contact info? I've contacted my brother many times on social networking sites. I sent him messages every day, wanting to talk to him in person, but he kept ignoring me. Wow. I hadn't seen him since we were separated at an early age. Chase probably doesn't even know I'm his sister. I'm sure he'll remember me when he sees me in person. Well, I'm sure that part will become clear later. What is this? I can't believe that Chase and I aren't brother and sister. You finally realized your mistake? Chase's mother just called me. She told me what a terrible thing I had done. I heard that the mothers knew each other. Chase and I lived near each other and used to play together when we were little. We used to go back and forth to each other's houses and stay overnight. So we were close like sister and brother, but we were just friends. And yet you thought that he was your brother and had been separated from you, didn't you? Because he used to call me his big sister. Well, I am sure that you were like an older sister to him when he was little. I heard that he moved to another town before I started elementary school. Around the same time, my parents divorced and my father left home. I thought he was taken in by my father. Oh, so that's why he was separated from you. When I was a kid, I pleaded with my mother over and over. I told her I wanted to see my brother, but she said Chase was not my brother. She wouldn't let me see him at all. So I thought my mother lied to me because she didn't want to see my father. So that's when the misunderstanding started. Ah, this is bad. What should I do? What? I've been bragging to my friends and boyfriend that I'm the sister of a famous person. I even promised to let them meet him someday. What? Famous? He has a YouTube channel under the name Chase, right? He's not a celebrity, but he has a lot of subscribers and he's insanely famous. Oh, I know. Tell Chase to say that he's my brother and ask him to meet my friends and boyfriend. Just this one time. Chase doesn't have a YouTube channel. Of course he's not a celebrity. He's just an ordinary businessman. Huh? The company he works for doesn't allow side jobs, and he's busy with work. I don't think he would even have time to upload videos to YouTube. No way! Well, there are a lot of guys named Chase, so it's not impossible that someone might mistake him for someone else. But with YouTube, you know what he looks like, right? Melody, you didn't notice that he was a different person? Because he wears a mask when he appears on YouTube. He's about the same age as Chase. Well then, when I leaked information about Chase's fiancé's affair on social media, he didn't respond at all. Well, you've got the wrong guy. Oh no! Okay, so there was no action from you towards the Chase I married. Oh no, I must have done something really embarrassing. What should I do? I know you're in a panic now, but the cleaning fee for the wedding dress you stained with cake, the extension fee for the delay of the wedding, and compensation to me. What? You'll be billed for them later, along with the official documents. What? I'm sure it will be quite a lot of money, but you'll have to pay it, won't you? No way. You'd better apologize to the YouTube star Chase too. Oh no, what should I do? It's too embarrassing now to say that I had the wrong person. I'm sure you're right, but it's your own fault. Seriously, this is a mess. Please, answer the phone. Melody, what do you want? It turns out that my husband is not your brother. Can you please stop bothering me? We don't even really know each other. I need your help. Huh? I got a call from someone claiming to be the YouTuber Chase's lawyer. He said something about a disclosure request and a demand for compensation. What should I do? I can't pay any more compensation fees. Don't ask me. I don't know. Please don't tell me that you told YouTuber Chase that I mistakenly called myself his sister. Or that I was wrong about his fiancée cheating on him. Please, could you explain it to him? Why do I have to be the one to do that? Because you married Chase. I'm the one who got embarrassed. No, it's not my fault. You just misunderstood on your own and went out of control. But I'm your husband's childhood friend. You can help me. When you met my husband, Chase, again after the wedding, he told you, didn't he? My husband said he barely remembered you. I'm glad that you cared for him so much that you thought of him as your brother. But my husband and I could never forgive you for messing up the wedding, on top of mistakenly thinking I was cheating on him. I will never help you. Oh no! Okay, so I have to go now. Wait, At least explain this to Chase, the YouTube star. I had nothing to do with this. Please? It's so depressing. I'm going to block you. After that, Melody decided to pay a large amount of compensation to the YouTuber in question. She had just recently paid compensation to me and had no savings. She had to go into debt. I heard the details from Melody's mother, who came to apologize to me. Melody's company found out about the disturbance, and she became the topic of discussion. It seems that she couldn't stand to be looked at so coldly by everyone, so she voluntarily resigned from her job. But she still had to repay her debts. She's working from morning to night, a job she was introduced to by an acquaintance. The work seems to be very hard for her, and she calls her mother every day crying, saying she wants to go home. Of course, her mother's answer is always no. She told her she couldn't come home until her attitude was such that she wouldn't be a menace to society. As for me, I am enjoying newlywed life with my husband. I didn't expect to be treated so badly on this once-in-a-lifetime occasion. But I think it was a wedding that not only my husband and I, but also the guests who attended, will never forget.
Hey, Michelle. What's up with Julian's shirts and golf wear hanging in the room?
Ellen, seriously? Are you sneaking into our place again without asking us?
Don't say sneaking in like I'm some kind of thief. I have a spare key, so it's totally legit. Anyway, explain this. Why aren't you sending Julian's clothes to the dry cleaner? It's unthinkable to have them hanging around the house like this. They're going to get weird wrinkles.
I was planning to send them to the cleaner at first, but he said it was fine to wash them at home. I just did what he told me to do. Didn't you hear it from him too?
Oh my goodness. Blaming your own laziness on him is despicable. You can't even do housework well, but you're quick to point a finger at your husband.
I'm not pointing a finger at anyone. You really didn't hear it from him, huh? I also asked him to take back the spare key from you.
What are you mumbling about? He's an elite working for a good company. And yet, you make him wear those cheap shirts you ironed? Don't you feel sorry for him?
I'm telling you, he said,
enough with the excuses. Just come back and send them to the cleaner right away.
I'm sorry. I can't leave until the end of my shift. My lunch break is almost over, so I have to go now.
Don't you dare. Wait.
Hey, honey. Remember I asked you to tell your mom about the dry cleaning stuff? Did you forget again?
Dry cleaning?
I mean, the work shirts and golf wear. I said I'd take them to the cleaner, but you wanted to save money. So you asked me to wash them at home, remember?
Did I?
Yes. And I specifically asked you to explain it to her, because she'll definitely complain if she finds out about it, right? I got a message from her at lunch today. She sneaked into the house and saw the clothes hanging around. She scolded me for not sending them to the cleaner.
Oh, man.
Is that it? How come you didn't explain it to her? And I told you to take back the spare key, didn't I?
Did you?
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot.
How can you forget what you said? I got an earful from her.
What did she say?
She said you were an elite working at a company, so she couldn't let you wear cheap shirts I ironed. She felt sorry for you.
You know, she's not wrong.
Hold on. I just did what you told me to do. Why am I the one getting lectured by her? I mean, she's unreasonable too. She doesn't believe me.
Darn you. Don't talk bad about her.
I'm not, but the fact is, I'm the one dealing with her misunderstandings and nagging.
Isn't that talking bad?
I'm stating facts. If I'm messed up, I'd understand getting scolded, but I just followed your instructions. And the way she talks to me feels like she's deliberately attacking me. If you're more reliable, I won't have to deal with this.
Deal with what? She's just concerned about me, and all you can think about is how she's hassling you. Why do you always see things like that?
Because of you, right? You forgot what you said. That's why this happened. I bet you just went along with her to look good.
Don't blame me. Why are you so mad about being told to send shirts to the cleaner? It's because you don't care about me.
No, that's not the issue. Anyway, just make sure to tell her about the dry cleaning stuff. And please take back the spare key and tell her not to sneak in again.
Fine, I got it. But what she said about me wasn't wrong, you know?
Yeah, whatever.
You're seriously unbelievable, Michelle.
What complaints do you have today, Ellen? I only have a bit of time left on my lunch break.
Geez, you're working again? This is why you can't take care of Julian well.
Sigh.
I heard you complained to him the other day. You threatened him and had him take the spare key from me. What a wicked woman you are.
I didn't complain or threaten anyone.
Yeah, right. You're too focused on work instead of taking care of your husband in the first place.
I don't recall ever neglecting him at all. I wake up early every day, pack his lunch, finish all the chores, then head to work. And when I'm back, I take care of the rest.
Geez, you're all talk. Well, you know what? He complains about your cooking. He suddenly showed up last night saying he wanted to eat my food. I fed him well, so he was happy, you know.
Good for him. So that's why he didn't come home last night?
What's with that reaction? Don't you have any positive things to say? Like, you'll improve your cooking for him, or ask me for my secret recipes and teach you how to cook?
I actually did attend cooking classes for him. The recipes were either from former top chefs or their adaptations. So if he says they're not good...
Former top chefs? When did you attend cooking classes?
Right after we got married. I'm sure I mentioned it to you. You didn't know?
And yet he says it's bad? How bad are you at cooking?
Excuse me? As far as I've tasted it, it's not bad at all. Even in the cooking class, I got praised a lot, you know. My teacher was a former top chef, so he was quite strict and didn't give compliments lightly. So I was pretty confident.
Maybe he was a self-proclaimed top chef?
Huh?
A real top chef praising your cooking makes no sense. His taste buds must be off. You were probably fooled. Spending money on a scam cooking class is such a waste. I can't believe you wasted Julian's hard-earned money on that.
He was an accomplished chef, and it wasn't a scam. And I paid for it with my own earnings.
Ugh. You always talk back. Fine. I'll make sure you learn properly this time when it comes to cooking.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. Since Julian complained, you're going to learn my flavoring technique. He said he wanted to eat my food, you know. He didn't say he wanted the cooking of a top chef. You can't achieve that no matter how often you go to cooking classes.
I guess not, but I have a job, so it's physically impossible. I haven't been able to go to classes ever since my work got busier.
Don't use work as an excuse again. As long as he's not satisfied, I can't just leave things as they are.
Sigh. Hey, what's your problem with me? Why can't you just be straight with me instead of being two-faced all the time?
Huh? What's up with you all of a sudden?
You complained about me to your mom again, didn't you? You told me you were staying late at work last night. Turns out you were actually at her place. You were there crying to her, right? Every time you do that, I end up getting an earful from her. If you have a problem, why don't you talk to me about it?
It's not like I have a problem, but
But what?
Mom's just better at a lot of things.
Excuse me?
She raised me, you know. I guess her way kinda stuck with me. And I find comfort in it because her care was always nice. I guess I just expect the same from you.
You know, you sound really creepy right now.
What do you mean creepy? Don't be rude.
You're a mama's boy. What's with the constant mentioning of mom from a grown man? And lying about working late just to cry to her? Makes me question the kind of upbringing you had.
What did you say?
It's her fault for turning you into a helpless mama's boy.
What the heck? Stop talking bad about her.
So it's my fault then.
Yeah, your fault for not listening to her advice. And guess what? She ratted you out earlier. She said you were using my hard-earned money to attend some shady seminar. What do you think you're doing with the money I sweat and toil for?
So that's how it comes across. Do you not find it strange or suspicious at all? Don't you think your beloved mom might be twisting the truth a bit? Don't you think she's doing the same thing as you? Being two-faced, but with me?
She wouldn't lie like that. She's not like you, malicious.
Think about it for a moment. I work too, and I'm busier than you. Yet you think I have time to fall for some shady seminar?
Busier than me? You?
Yeah, me. Despite my busy job, I still take care of you more than you realize. You don't do anything for yourself or the house. You're always hanging around your mom's place and bad-mouthing me to her. When you come home, all you do is lounge around.
What did you say? You're being rude again. I'm exhausted from work, all right? I work my butt off every day for us. Isn't that enough? If you're so unsatisfied, why don't you quit your job and devote yourself to me?
If we could live off just your income, that would be okay. But since we can't, I have to work too, right?
Who do you think you are, talking down to me like that?
Anyway, stop whining to your mom about me. And stop blindly believing everything she says.
Why should I?
Because I'm the one who ends up getting blamed for it all. I'm already busy enough, so stop giving me headaches. What the heck are you trying to do? I just got home and guess who's here? Your mom. What happened to taking back the spare key?
Oh, you made it home safely, huh?
Safely? What's that supposed to mean?
So, starting today, she's gonna live with us.
Are you kidding me?
Because you're always working, never taking care of things at home, so she's gonna help out. You made me take back the key, so I had to make another one. Such a hassle, you know.
I don't get it. Why are you making such big decisions without talking to me first? This is our home, isn't it? I didn't want her just waltzing in with her spare key. And now, suddenly, she's moving in? It doesn't make sense at all.
You promised her you'd learn to cook from her, right? If she's there, you can learn anytime.
We didn't promise anything. It was just her talking about it.
No, I want that too.
What?
Imagine being stuck eating your terrible cooking. It's unbearable.
Terrible cooking? I went to cooking classes. I don't deserve to be told that much.
What's wrong with calling bad food bad? Your cooking sucks. So obviously, it makes me want to have her food. Then why don't you learn from her? That would solve everything, right? It's just logical.
Making it sound reasonable to suit yourself. Anyway, this is our house, so tell her to go back. It must come from you.
Why? Finally getting to live with her. Isn't it great? You should be happier since you'll have less housework to do. I wish you follow her footsteps.
What footsteps? You guys planned this when you went to her place last time, didn't you? scheming behind my back. Hopeless mama's boy.
What did you call me? I'm gonna tell her everything you said. You can face her wrath directly. She's terrifying when she's angry, you know?
I'm done. You're just as bad as your mom, honestly. I wonder what she's going to do, raising such a mama's boy. Relying on her at your age? Where's your independence? You have no future.
How dare you? Don't try to make a villain out of her. If you keep bad-mouthing her, I'll divorce you.
Maybe that's for the best.
Huh? You're so darn arrogant. Prepare to be disciplined by her from now on. Get ready for instant divorce if you cause any trouble. Anyway, just get trained by her immediately.
So that's your plan. Got it.
When are you coming back? What are you doing, staying out this late without preparing dinner? Mom's starving and about to pass out, you know. Ignoring me, huh? You got some nerve.
What's up?
What do you mean, what's up? What time do you think it is? What about dinner tonight?
Dinner? Your mom's there, right? She can cook something tasty for you.
She says you're supposed to cook today.
Today? But I've been cooking dinner every day.
Really? Anyway, just hurry up and come home to make dinner. Your hard-working husband and the esteemed mom are waiting on empty stomachs.
I'm working too, you know. I'm doing overtime right now. And even if I come home early to cook dinner, she'll just get in the way, right?
What do you mean?
Hiding knives, hiding pans, scattering spices around the kitchen.
What are you talking about? She wouldn't do something like that. Wow, how can you come up with such childish excuses?
Seriously? So childish. She acts like a kid. It takes me twice as long to cook. And also...
What?
Wasn't she supposed to teach me cooking when she moved into our place?
Well, not just cooking, all household chores.
She hasn't cooked anything since she's been with us, you know?
That can't be.
Not just cooking. She hasn't done any housework at all.
Yeah, right.
All those dishes you loved and praised as mom's flavor, I made them all.
You cooked under her guidance, right? She said she'd drill you into being a proper wife. No wonder I thought they were her food then.
Under her guidance. She just hangs around all day.
That can't be. I get messages every day about what she's taught you.
That's just her one-sided story, right? She hasn't done a single chore, let alone teaching me how to cook. In fact, she's always just getting in the way.
Liar. Why do you talk so badly about her? She's trying her best to make you a good wife. Don't badmouth her. If you keep disrespecting her, we're getting a divorce.
Then let's do it.
What? Are you finally losing it? You think you can survive on your own after divorcing me? Ha 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 ha. Stop saying stupid things. Ha 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 ha.
That's my line, you know. Will you be okay after we separate? Can you handle living alone with the baggage of a mom?
What the heck? I told you to stop bad-mouthing her. Stop blaming her without any proof.
Not only did she force herself to live with us and just mess around, but she's also drained our savings.
Oh, come on.
You gave her access to our joint savings card, didn't you?
Oh, I asked her to deposit some money.
What deposit?
You know what I'm talking about.
Not only did she not deposit, but she's practically wiped out all the money.
That can't be right.
Then ask her about it. I was doing some bookkeeping while making a deposit and I was shocked. The balance was down to $2.
No way. Didn't we have like 20 grand there, right?
Exactly. And now it's down to $2. Even though she's your mom, if she's taking money from the account without our permission and using it, that's a crime, you know? We could sue her for theft.
Hold on a sec. Stop calling her a criminal.
What's wrong with calling a criminal a criminal? Wake up already, mama's boy. She forcibly moved in, falsely accused me, and now she's not only playing around but also draining our savings.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Not knowing doesn't excuse it, you know? And you always believe only her side of the story and never listen to me. Even though I explained countless times that she was lying and bullying me.
I was wrong. I apologize.
You're no better. You're so blindly loyal to her and never try to see reality. You use double standards between me and her, making me the scapegoat. You love her so much that you've become just like her with the worst traits. I can't be with people like you anymore. I'd happily file for a divorce right now. Get out.
Get out? But this is my home too. You can leave.
You're joking, right? That's the apartment I bought before we got married. Why should I leave?
Because if we divorce, there'll be asset division, right?
Oh my God. Don't you even know? What have you learned from your mom all these years?
Ugh.
Asset division applies to assets acquired during the marriage. The apartment was purchased by me before marriage, so it's not subject to asset division. I can't believe a moron like you has been holding a job.
Then asset division.
The joint savings are subject to asset division, but your mom has practically spent it all.
Oh man. With no money and nowhere to live, what are we supposed to do?
Figure it out yourself. Maybe go back to your mom's?
That house isn't hers anymore.
What do you mean?
She sold it because she was going to live with us.
This is news to me. What happened to the money from selling the house?
I don't know all that. She said she was going to sell it, and I just said it was fine as she was moving it with us. I didn't think about the money. I thought that if I left everything to her, it'd be all good.
How clueless can you be? This isn't about a few bucks or even a few hundred. Selling the house means hundreds of thousands coming in. So even though she has that money, why is her savings dwindling?
No idea.
Seriously?
I just did what she said.
It's sickening how you always rely on her for everything.
'Cause up till now, I've never been wrong listening to her. I even married you as she told me to. Ha ha ha.
Oh my God, you married me because she told you so?
Yep. You had a good job, and it didn't seem like you were gonna quit, so she said I could take it easy.
What kind of reason is that? Then what about the proposal?
Oh, she came up with that. I was frantically cramming the lines she told me to say the night before.
Wait.
She's really talented, you know. She can come up with touching proposal lines that sweep women off their feet in no time. She even told me to bring a bouquet of roses. You were so moved that you were crying, remember? I thought, that's my mom.
Unbelievable. Why did I ever marry you? I'm gonna regret this for the rest of my life.
Well, she came up with a proposal, but it doesn't change the fact that we're married. I mean, you got to marry me thanks to her, so you should be grateful to her, you know?
Grateful? Jeez.
She doesn't have anywhere to go either, and I can't support her with just my income. You should pitch in and work too. While we're out working, she can take care of the house. There's nothing to worry about.
You're seriously the worst mama's boy ever. Your mom's insane, but you're equally crazy. I can't take it anymore.
Don't say that. Just hurry home.
Stop it. It's giving me the creeps. Why didn't I decide to divorce you sooner? I'm so mad at myself. I never want to see you or talk to you again. Anyway, you need to be out of there within a week. I already put it up for sale.
For sale? Oh, come on. Why the heck would you do that behind my back?
Look who's talking. You made decisions on your own and let your mom move in. Now look what's happened.
Yeah, but taking away our home is so harsh.
That's my house under my name, and I paid for it. Whatever I decide to do, it's my business, right? Plus, I absolutely refuse to live with your mom, who thinks it's okay to use other people's savings.
Stop bad-mouthing her. If you keep it up, I'll sue you for defamation.
Oh, you want to go to court? Bring it on. I've already hired an attorney.
An attorney?
I hired one for divorce mediation.
Are you seriously considering divorce?
Of course. I've been saying it's impossible for me to be with you, haven't I?
Wait, think about it again. If we get divorced, you won't be able to support yourself, will you?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, right.
I make more money than you, you know.
What? That's impossible. Mom said it's unheard of for a wife to make more than her husband.
Mom. So annoying. With the money that's supposed to come in from selling the apartment and my salary alone, I can live just fine. So please, don't ever bother me again. I'm sick of a mama's boy like you and an unreasonable mother who even controls her son's proposal. I'm beyond fed up. Talking to you irritates me, so from now on, let's go through the attorney for everything.
Hold on. Please, help us. How do I explain this to Mom? What should we do with the money she used? Hey, don't ignore me. Help me and Mom.
Talking to the mama's boy any longer was driving me crazy, so I decided to leave it all to my attorney and block his number. With the money from selling the apartment, I was able to hire a great attorney, which made the divorce process smooth sailing. I managed to claim compensation for the savings that my mother-in-law had withdrawn. Turns out, all of our combined savings of 20 grand and the money from selling her home were blown on young boys. How disgusting is that? It makes me want to throw up. What's even more disgusting is that even after finding out about this, Julian didn't change his way. To pay the compensation, he forced his mom to start working part-time. But when she got scolded by a high school kid during her work and came home crying, he lost it. They both stormed into her workplace and caused a scene, and apparently, they got taken in by the cops. They weren't charged, but they learned their lesson from that incident. Now, they've moved to a rundown apartment and are striving to stay afloat in a life of poverty and debt.
Hey, Henry, I'm sorry. I think I'll be late again today. Can you eat dinner first? What the? Again? I'm really sorry. Is it another overtime? Yeah. Lately, my work has been increasing more and more, and I've been getting busier. That sucks. You should talk to your manager. Well, it's a busy season right now. I can't help it. My coworkers are working late too. I can't leave first. Oh yeah, you got promoted to department head, right? Yes, I did. Well, I guess at a small company like yours, it's easy for a woman to climb the ladder, right? What do you mean? I'm just saying that the environment at your company is different from a big corporation like mine. Don't get too cocky just because you're department head now. I'm not getting cocky or anything. Oh well, never mind. I'll just eat dinner first. You made dinner, right? I figured something like this might happen, so I prepared some food this morning and I put it in the fridge. You can just heat it in the microwave. That's good then. But don't you think you're working too hard? Maybe you should take it easy on the work. I like my job and it's not a burden. I got promoted because I've been working hard. And I also get a position allowance. Do you really need to work that hard? Don't forget that you have a house to take care of. I feel bad for not taking care of the house full time. On busy days at work like today, I have to come home late. But I've always dreamed of buying a house, you know? Well, I appreciate everything you do. Thanks to your hard work, we finally got our dream home. But please don't forget that you're my wife. I know what you mean. I'll do my best to balance work and housework. I know you can do it. It'll be really helpful if you could help with the house a bit more. No way! Housework is a wife's job, isn't it? But we are both working, aren't we? Even if we are both working, men have the harder job. Is that so? By the way, you're off work this weekend, right? Yeah, why? My mom wants to come visit us at our new house. Oh, your mom? Yeah, she's really looking forward to seeing our new place. She's been asking me when she can come over and check it out. I see. What's wrong? Is there a problem? Well, it's just every time I see your mother, she starts nagging at me. Honestly, I'm not very fond of her. What the hell? My mother is practically your mother too. Yeah, but I don't think she's nagging at you because she hates you. She cares about you, and she's just trying to help you become a better wife. That's why she's hard on you. Is that how it is? Mom is always right, so please listen to her. Are you serious? What? Did I say something strange? No, it's nothing. We've just moved, so there are still unpacked boxes, and I haven't cleaned everything yet. I'm worried about not being cleaned and getting scolded. Don't worry. Mom understands that we just moved. Do you think so? Hey, listen. You worry too much. My mom isn't some mean monster. I hope so. So, I will just tell her that she could come this weekend, okay? Alright. Since my mom is coming to visit, make sure to clean up properly. Hey, Marian, are you going to be late again today? Oh, not today. I'm on the train home right now. I was able to leave almost on time today. I see. Things are finally starting to calm down at work. Me and my coworkers are feeling a bit more relaxed. I'll be home soon. I'll start getting dinner ready right away. See you soon. Oh, you don't have to cook dinner. What? Why not? Actually, Mom is here right now. Your mom is there? I was surprised too. I mean, she didn't say anything to me. She just showed up. But I'm glad she's here. She's making my favorite dish. What's going on? That's why you don't have to cook dinner. You don't have to rush home. Wait a minute. Your mom just visited the other day. Yeah, but is that a problem? Isn't it a bit strange that she's here again today? I don't think so. I'm always happy when Mom visits. Well, you love your mom, so that's probably okay for you, but Mom seems to like our new place. The kitchen is new and beautiful. She said she'd love to use it, so she came over again. I see. You know, it's good for you too, right? You get to eat Mom's delicious food when you come home. It's nice that she's making dinner, but I wish she had told us in advance if she was coming. It's not a big deal, right? We are a family after all. But I had already prepared the ingredients. It messes up our plans when she comes unexpectedly. Don't be so cold. Mom will be hurt if she hears that. Besides, Mom lives alone and feels lonely. As her son, I want to take care of her. I understand that feeling, but... So that's why you don't have to make dinner, okay? I see. I understand. Henry, I just got home. And why am I seeing your mother here? Oh, you're home already? You're back earlier than me today, huh? Hey, what's going on? Your mom is cooking in the kitchen again today. I didn't hear anything about this. Surprised? I'm shocked. But it's a nice surprise, isn't it? I don't think so. Why not? Why not? Someone was here who wasn't supposed to be here. I thought you'd be late. I asked Mom to make dinner again today. Why didn't you say anything to me? Wait, how did your mom get in the house? We locked the door, right? What? Of course she could get in from the front door. What? Mom has a spare key. What? Did you give her the key? Why are you so surprised? Of course I gave her a key. My mom's moving in with us from now on. What the hell? We never talked anything about this. Oh, my bad. I haven't told you yet. What's going on? When I had Mom's home-cooked meal yesterday, I realized how good Mom is at cooking. I want to eat Mom's cooking and live together from now on. It's not a weird thing, is it? She's my own mother. So I asked Mom if she wanted to live with us. Mom was thrilled and said yes. So, starting today, the three of us will live together. Are you serious? Why are you making this decision all by yourself? I didn't decide by myself. I discussed it with Mom and decided. You should have talked to me instead of your mom. Huh? Why? I don't see why I have to discuss it with you. She's my mother. Seriously? Aren't you happy to live with Mom? Of course not. What? Why not? You'll get to eat Mom's delicious cooking every day. You know, it's been bothering me for a while. Aren't you too dependent on your mom? What? I understand that you love and care about your mom, but you married me and made a new family. Can't you think about me a little more? Of course, I think about you. That's why I thought it was nice that Mom came. Don't you want to eat Mom's cooking? I don't think you understand my point. What do you mean? If you have something to say, just say it. Sure, your mom might be a good cook, but every time I see her, she's always nagging me. She says I'm too busy working and not fulfilling my duties as a wife. She also says I should support my husband more and be a better wife. If I had to spend every day with a mother-in-law like that, I'd lose my mind. But Mom's just saying the right things, isn't she? Right things? Marianne, you're getting too full of yourself because you work too. I'm making a good living, so how about working less? I wouldn't mind if you quit your job and become a full-time housewife too. Are you serious? Who would be in trouble if I quit my job? I'm serious. If all you're going to do is complain, then get out. Excuse me? You're so focused on work that you neglect housework. You don't even take care of me, your husband. If that's the case, then it's much better to live with a mom who is good at cooking and does all the housework. I can't believe you. Oh, wait, are you jealous of Mom? How could I be jealous? Are you sure about that? You're just upset that Mom took me away from you, aren't you? What are you talking about? If you don't want to lose me, then take care of the house better. A woman who is always talking about work isn't very attractive, you know. Wow. Anyway, Mom is moving in and it has been decided. I didn't approve any of this. Whether you approve or not, it has been decided. I guess there's no point in talking to you anymore. If you have time to complain, why don't you learn how to do the housework from Mom? Are you out of your mind? What's wrong? You're at work, right? Work is the least of my concerns right now. What? Mom told me about you. She said you kicked her out of the house while I was at work. Is that true? Oh, it seems like your mother has already contacted you. Yes, that's right. It was my day off today, so I called a cab right after you left for work. Then I asked your mom to leave the house. Are you serious? Mom was furious. She said she can't believe what you did to her. And it seems you also took her house key. I don't care what she says anymore. You're the worst. That's my line. I don't want to hear it from you who decides everything on your own. Listen, you're my wife, and I'm the eldest son. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take care of Mom. So, are you going to neglect your duties as a wife? If something happens to your mother, I'd like to help her. But she seems to be in good health. There's no need for me to take care of her. But by then, it might be too late. I'm worried about leaving Mom alone. But it's unreasonable to let her live here without even consulting me. And didn't we promise to make a decision together for an important thing like this? Did you forget that? Well, yes, but you didn't have to kick her out all of a sudden. Don't you feel sorry for Mom? But wasn't it you who suddenly brought your mom here? I saved up the money to build this house in the first place. I even put the name of the house in my name. So, there's no way you can decide about this house without my permission. But still, think about it. We built a big mansion, you know. And wouldn't it be more enjoyable if Mom were here too? What are you talking about? I'm planning to live alone. What? Alone? I'm divorcing you. What? Divorced? So that's why you need to leave this house. What? Why do I have to leave too? I told you before, didn't I? This is the house I built. And yet, I can't stay married to someone who lets her mother live with us without my permission. I can't do this anymore. Wait a minute. Divorce is too much. I've been watching your behavior recently, and I'm done. You're not qualified to raise a family if you keep putting your mother first. You should live with your beloved mother forever. Well, I'd love to be with my mom, but I don't want to go back to my parents' place. I don't want to live in that shabby house. Shabby house? I only went to your parents' house once, but yeah, it was in a terrible state. I remember there was a leaking in places. The walls and floors were falling apart. Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to get Mom out of that shabby house. That's why I want her to live with us. But your parents' house became like that because of your mother, right? What? I heard that when your father passed away, he left behind a huge inheritance. That money could have been used to renovate the house. But your mother spent it all on luxury goods, going on luxury trips with her friends and using it all up. So it's all your mother's fault. Well, Mom doesn't really plan things out, and she's a bit careless with money too, but you're just like her, aren't you? What? Your lack of responsibility with money. That's one of the reasons I want to divorce you. What do you mean? You've been taking money from my bank account, right? What? You thought I didn't know? I took it out little by little so you wouldn't find out. Don't tell me you went to the bank to check the transaction all the time. Of course not. I can check my account statement online now. You're the only one who knows where my card is. And you're the only one who knows my PIN. I knew right away that it was you. But you know what? We are a married couple. Don't make a big deal out of spending a little money. I worked hard to earn that money. It's not okay to spend it without telling me. Then I'll just return it, okay? I'll pay you back a little after I get my next bonus. You're not sorry at all. Besides, you gave the money you withdrew to your mother, didn't you? How did you even know about that? Your mother was proudly talking about it today. She said her son gives her an allowance. There's nothing wrong with giving your parents an allowance. If it's your own money, yes. But in your case, you took it out of my account without telling me. And you gave it to your mother as if it was your own money. But your salary disappears quickly with gambling and online game purchases. There's no way you could afford to give your mother an allowance. Fine, I get it. If you really don't want to live with Mom, I'll talk to Mom again. Talk about what? I'll tell her that we can't live together right now, but I'll work on convincing you to change your mind. So she'll have to wait a little longer for us to decide. That's not going to work. Why not? I'm ashamed I chose a man like you to marry. Before we got married, I thought you were a kind man who cared about his mother. I didn't know you were such a mama's boy. How am I a mama's boy? Don't you realize it? What's wrong with taking care of your mother? In your case, it's too much. Hey, Marianne, you're joking about getting a divorce, right? I'm serious. Are you sure? You can't even pay off the mortgage by yourself. And you're busy with work too. Wouldn't it be better for us to work together? I'm sorry, but I don't need your help. I have savings, so I won't struggle with the mortgage. And my income is twice as much as yours, so I think I'll be okay. Since I don't have to take care of you, it's much easier for me to live on my own. Wait a minute, please. I'm sorry for everything I've done. All right, I will tell my mom that we can't live with her. Please, let's not get a divorce. Get the hell out of my house. Don't be so cold. I'm really sorry. I've already made up my mind to divorce you. It's too late to be sorry now. What am I gonna do now? Go live with your beloved mother. In that shabby house. Well then, can you lend me some money? What? I can't live in that shabby house. I'd like to fix the leak at least. but I don't have any savings. Mom also has no savings and lives off her pension. That's none of my business. You'll have to figure it out yourselves. Please help us out. I refuse. I'm sure you'll hear from my lawyer soon. Wait! Please don't leave me. Any further discussion will be done through my lawyer. No way! My life is over! Well then, I wish you a happy life with your beloved mother. No! Please, Marian, help me! After that, Henry wasn't immediately agreeable to the idea of divorce. However, with the assistance of the lawyer, the divorce has been finalized. Henry moved from the luxurious house to his shabby parents' house. He seemed to have tried hard to fix up the house. However, since he had to pay me back, he was unable to save any money. He is now working hard at a night bar in addition to his regular job, but he's still struggling financially. Despite this, his mother's spending habits remains. Henry, who was such a mama's boy, finally lost it. Now the two of them are constantly fighting with each other every day. On the other hand, I am still busy with my work. But I am free from my toxic ex-husband and his mother, so I am living a stress-free life. If I find someone in the future, I might get remarried. But for now, I want to enjoy my peaceful single life.
Sarah, may I come over to your house now?
Hi, Maria. I'm sorry, as I told you before, I work 9 to 5. It's my lunch break now.
Are you still working?
Yes, it will cost a lot of money when I have children. Ken and I agreed that I would keep working until then.
What are you talking about? You've been married for more than a year now. You still don't have children.
Well, it's true that Ken and I don't have children yet.
Do you know why you can't have children?
Children are a gift. I don't know why I can't have a child or when I will have a child. It's up to God's will.
What? Nonsense. The reason is obvious. It's because you don't quit your job.
What does it matter if I keep working?
Of course it has something to do with it. You can't have children when you are stressed out. You work every day or live a hectic life. You can't have children.
I see. But fortunately, I'm not stressed. And my workplace is full of good-hearted and nice people. And Ken is really kind. I'm so blessed.
Don't be so optimistic. I'll never be able to hold my grandchildren.
I'm sorry. We want to have children too.
I know you do. You need to quit your job so that you can have children as soon as possible.
I'm sorry, but I'm not quitting my job. I like my job, and like I said before, I want to save money while I still can.
What? Are you talking back to me?
I'm sorry, but my lunch break is over. Let's talk again. Well then, excuse me.
Sarah, it's your lunch break, right?
Yes, what happened?
I was going to ask you one more thing yesterday.
What is it?
Do you prepare Ken's lunch?
No, I don't.
Huh?
If I make lunch, I have to get up an hour earlier. In order to get some sleep, we decided to either buy lunch somewhere or eat out. Ken suggested it. The break room at my office is too small, so we can't relax in the break room. I really appreciate it. I try to eat a nutritious meal with vegetables at night.
Huh? I can't believe you don't make Ken's lunch. From the time he was a student until he got married, I made lunch without missing a single day. Even on days when I wasn't feeling well.
I think that's great.
Right? And what about you? Aren't you ashamed of making my son eat out?
I'm not.
Huh? You must be kidding.
You are a housewife. Ken and I both work. Many couples work nowadays. Many families don't make lunch. In fact, it's the same at my company.
I'm not talking about others. I'm talking about you.
Huh?
If you had any feelings for Ken, you'd at least make lunch for him.
No.
I can't believe you don't because I'm working. If that's the case, you should quit your job.
I may not be able to do it every day, but I'll try to make lunch as much as possible.
As much as possible? Every day, is that clear?
Yes.
You're just full of excuses. I'm your mother-in-law and you don't even listen to me. I don't know how you were raised. So you took Ken's shirts to the cleaners, right?
Dry cleaning? No.
Huh?
He wears shirts every day. If I send them to the cleaners, it costs a lot of money. I iron them at home. Ken says it's better that way.
How can it be better? You must take it to the cleaners.
Why?
Are you asking me why? He is a salesperson. He goes to clients and new customers and negotiates with them, okay? It's a tough job.
Yes, I agree.
If he wears a shabby shirt on such an important occasion, he will be embarrassed.
Ken never wears a saggy shirt. I iron his shirts properly until they are nice and tight. He wears wrinkle-free shirts. It's easy to iron.
Are you still his wife? You don't care about Ken at all. You only think about making things easy for you.
Ironing clothes takes more time and effort than taking them to the cleaners. How can you think of making things easier? Ken and I decided to do it after considering the money. I don't intend to change it.
You are so cocky. I'm really annoyed with you because you keep talking back to me. Are you trying to irritate me on purpose?
I'm not.
Anyway, don't think about making your housework easier. Think about Ken first, okay?
I understand.
Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. What's going on so early on a Saturday morning?
What, am I not allowed to contact you?
It's not that.
You're both off today, right?
Yes, we've both been busy at work this week. We're going to take it easy today.
Have you had breakfast yet?
We're just getting started. Ken is making French toast right now.
Huh? No way.
What?
Are you making Ken cook breakfast for you?
On weekdays, I prepare all the meals. On weekends, Ken makes breakfast. Ken is a good cook. He hardly ever cooked when you were there, right? He started cooking after we got married. He says it's fun. It really helps me a lot, and I look forward to eating Ken's breakfast on my days off.
Stop now.
What?
That's a woman's job. I have never once made them do such a thing, my husband and my son.
I see.
Ken works hard every day. Why can't you just let him take it easy on his day off?
Of course. I want him to take a good rest. But I'm working too.
What? Your work is not as important as Ken's work.
No way. I'm not forcing him to cook. Ken wants to do it.
That's not the point. You're giving him the impression that he has to do it.
I'm not.
See? There you go again. You're talking back to me. The point is, I'm telling you not to make Ken do the housework.
Huh?
I was even busier on the weekend. I was taking care of my husband and son. I hope you do the same for Ken.
It's great that you have done so much for them, but times are different now, you know.
What?
Please don't impose your values on me.
Impose my values? Who the hell do you think you are?
I understand your concern. I will discuss this with Ken. I would appreciate it if you could let us talk.
What? You're talking about me like I'm an obstacle?
I never meant to.
That's enough. Bye.
Maria, are you free now?
I am.
Are you free next Wednesday? It's a national holiday.
Why?
I'm sorry to bother you on such short notice, but Ken's sister and I decided to have a family get-together. And since many of them had never been to our house before, we decided to have dinner at our house.
Who suggested that?
Ken did. He asked me to contact you, so I was wondering if you were free.
Sure, I will come over. If you had started it, I would have thought about not doing it.
Is Ken's dad going to be okay with your schedule?
Don't worry, he doesn't have any plans. Just wanted to let you know that I'm not going because you asked me to. I'll join because Ken asked me to.
Well, I'm sure both Ken and his sister will be pleased. It looks like everyone has plans in the morning. I will have some preparations to make. We're planning to gather around 4 p.m. Could you come around 4 p.m.?
What? That late? It's such a big event. I'd like to go earlier.
I'm sorry, I'm sure you'll be swamped with preparations. It would be very inconvenient for us not to be able to help you, so if you could come at 4, that would be great.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Thank you very much. I'll see you next Wednesday at 4. Thank you very much.
Sarah, where are you now? If you see this, contact me immediately.
How can I help you? I'm at the store with Ken right now.
I don't care where you guys are. What are these dishes?
What? Where are you now?
Your house, of course.
What? I asked you to come around 4.
I heard you. There's no way I would come that late.
Why? I mean, how did you get into our house?
I have a duplicate key.
What?
I made a duplicate key when I visited you the other day. It's your fault for not noticing.
Oh no.
It's all your fault. You should have put yourselves in our shoes, having to wait until the evening.
Well, let's not talk about that now. What do you mean by what these dishes?
I mean, these look so bad. I don't know if you thought you were being fancy by preparing a pizza, but pizza is supposed to have a thin, crispy crust. What is a thick, bread-like crust? This is not a pizza. I tasted a bite of the pasta, but it wasn't cooked long enough, and you must use tomato sauce for your pasta. It was soaked in some oil. It was disgusting. Even the meatloaf looks like it's undercooked. There's no way I can eat this.
I'm sure those are delicious.
You're overestimating yourself, aren't you? I don't understand why you praise your own cooking. Everyone will be sick. I threw them all in the trash.
What?
You should be thankful that none of us are getting food poisoning.
You're joking, right?
You wouldn't make a big joke like this, would you?
Did you really throw everything away?
I did. I'd much rather order some food. Now get some takeouts, okay?
Oh.
I mean, how can you make the world's worst looking food like that? That made me laugh.
I didn't make it.
What? What are you talking about? And who made it?
Your husband.
Huh? You're lying.
I'm not lying. The gathering was a surprise for you.
A surprise? What in the world?
We wanted to celebrate your 60th birthday. Ken's dad wanted to celebrate with the family. Do you remember I asked if Dad could make it? I wanted to make you think that he wasn't the host. He's the host of this party. He told me that you wanted some meatloaf the other day, so he cooked some for you. He wasn't so sure about his cooking, but he was at our house early this morning cooking.
Well, he wasn't home this morning because he had some errands to run.
I had a chance to taste it. I was so surprised. It was really delicious. Can't believe you threw it away. You thought I made it and wanted to harass me, didn't you?
I'm so sorry. What should I do?
You have no choice but to be honest and apologize.
There's no way you can do that. If he finds out that I tossed his meatloaf, he would be absolutely furious. Besides, I don't want Ken to hate me.
Ken is already unhappy with you.
What?
Didn't I tell you that we were shopping together?
You did. At least don't tell my husband. He would definitely be sad if he knew I threw it away. I think others would feel bad too.
You're making people feel sad.
Huh? You're saying it's my fault?
You threw away the food your husband made for you. It's your fault.
No, it's your fault. If you had told me from the start instead of surprising me, this wouldn't have happened.
Oh no. Your husband, Ken, and I, we wanted to make you happy.
Huh? I didn't ask for that. Now my family and relatives get upset because of you. Take responsibility.
Mom, that's enough.
What? Ken?
That's right. Mom, what have you done? Everyone was supposed to gather here today for Mom. And you throw away the food Dad cooked? What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
We were all looking forward to your 60th birthday celebration. Mom, you trampled on everyone's feelings.
I feel bad for your father and everyone. I apologize for that. I'm really sorry. But it's all Sarah's fault.
Huh?
Sarah didn't tell me anything. That's why I got into this mess.
Don't blame Sarah.
Why are you defending her?
Because Sarah did nothing wrong. It was Dad and my idea to make it a surprise, and Sarah helped us. You thought she made it anyway. You just wanted Sarah to feel bad. What's the fun in being a mother-in-law like that?
I can't believe you said that.
What are you doing then? Look at all the things you've done to Sarah. I've heard everything from Sarah. And I said, I think Mom misses me now that I'm married. Please put up with me a little longer. I was a jerk for saying things like that. From now on, I won't let you do what you want.
Oh no. Did she report every single exchange she had with me? I mean, do you know everything? That's really disgusting.
You're the worst, Mom. We're a married couple. We share everything. We talk about our days.
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry I threw away the food. Forgive your mother.
I told my dad and sister what you did.
Why would you do that?
Otherwise, you would try to blame Sarah again. Dad is very upset. You didn't know you were bullying Sarah. That's really unforgivable.
I'm apologizing, so forgive me.
How can I forgive you? I'm on Sarah's side.
Oh no.
If you don't change your attitude, I'll cut off the relationship.
Huh? There's no way you can do that.
I'm serious. Until you change your mind, I won't contact you. I'll block you.
Ken, wait.
I'll tell all the relatives the truth and cancel the party today. You need to get out of my house right now. If you are still there when we get home, I'll kick you out.
Oh no. Ken, wait.
He really blocked your number.
Sarah, you have to help me. Ken says he's going to cut me off. My husband might divorce me. All my relatives might despise me. It was originally your fault, so you should do something about it.
Are you still saying it's my fault? I can't even think of helping you. And even if I could, what you've done was way too much. You should reflect on what you have done. You should apologize to everyone.
Oh no. Why do I have to go through this?
If you think it's my fault, I can't help it. Why don't you just live your life thinking that way forever? I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. I'll block your number too.
Huh? You don't have to go that far. If both you and Ken blocked me, how am I supposed to get in touch with you guys?
I don't think we need to contact each other.
What are you saying?
I'm serious. Goodbye. It seems that Ken's sister couldn't forgive her mother either. She also blocked her number. My father-in-law didn't forgive Maria for throwing away his dish. He couldn't forgive her for bullying me. He found out how bad his wife was. He divorced her. My mother-in-law apologized and asked him not to divorce her, but he already decided. My mother-in-law's 60th birthday celebration was cancelled. Later, Ken's dad and Ken cooked the party food again. We entertained our relatives. When the relatives found out the truth, they were upset. They said they would stop having relations with my mother-in-law. Everyone hates her now. I feel sorry for her, but she deserved it. I am free from my mother-in-law's torment, and I am very happy now. I hope my mother-in-law will reflect well on her actions. I hope that one day she will be able to understand Ken and my sister-in-law again.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.